Oh, hey. Are you looking to meet a girl in New York City? Well, stick around and find out. What is up, people of New York and of the internet? My name is Cassandra Benook, the CEO and founder of Let's Be, a new way for LGBTQ women to meet and mingle online. Now, the app hasn't been released yet. We have limited information that we can release, but I will definitely keep everybody in the loop in terms of our milestones throughout this project. Now, let's just get to the juicy stuff. Whether you've been here physically or if you've seen it on the movies, everybody knows and loves New York. But what about our fellow gays? According to the Census Bureau, New York still has the most gay residents than any other state in the United States. So it's pretty gay. But the question still remains, where do all the pretty girls hang out? And where can I find them in New York? Is it in the East Village or the West Village? Is it in Brooklyn or in Harlem? Whether you're a lesbian, bisexual, pansexual, polyamorous, whatever you identify as, if you're into women, then stick around, because here is your brief guide to the lesbian spots in New York City. We are going to begin in the West Village, which has always been a predominantly gay area. The West Village is most notoriously known for the Stonewall riots that occurred in 1969 that really liberated gays and started to begin the gay rights movement in New York City. Much of the architecture has still stayed the same, and, well, the West Village still has that same gay village vibe. Okay, so let's start off with the most infamous lesbian bar in New York City. It's been around since 1994, and for those who have been there, we all know it, we all somewhat hate it. Can I have a drum roll, please? Cubbyhole. So Cubbyhole is a very special place in my heart for all the memories that I was able to make as a little young lesbian myself. I actually remember when I first came out, Cubbyhole was my first destination, and I recall being very, very apprehensive going up to a girl. And I just want to tell you, little young gays out there, do not be afraid to go up to a girl. We're all there for the same reason. It is a lesbian bar, so do not be afraid. Go out there, put yourself out there. You'd be really surprised to how many people really respond pretty well to being really outgoing. I don't know what it is with lesbians. Some of us are just way too much in our head, but it's all good, it's all good. There is a large array of different types of lesbians that go to Cubbyhole. Whether you're into butch, whether you're into athletic, whatever that may be, I'm telling you, every single walk of life in terms of a girl that is a lesbian, bi-curious, whatever that may be, she will be there at one point in her life. It's kind of like a lesbian destination. So the only setback for Cubbyhole is the fact that it really is a cubbyhole. No, like literally, it is a cubbyhole. I don't know about you, I don't know if you guys are watching this and you guys use a different metric system, but I'm talking about square feet. It's like 500 square feet, like smaller than a subway car. And after a certain point in the night, there is not only a line across the block to get in, but it also feels like rush hour on a 5 p.m. on a Friday night in New York City on the subway. And when I'm out and getting my drinks, I don't like people in my personal space. So that is the only setback. Sometimes it's lit, sometimes not so much. The energy all depends on the people who are showing up, and it is what you make of it. After you're done going to Cubbyhole, hopefully you picked up a few cute girls. Typically the next move, which is only a few blocks away, is called the Stonewall Inn. Most people just call it Stonewall. So the Stonewall Inn is also a historically landmarked building in Manhattan. And a landmark building means that the city protects it, so nobody can build on it, demolish it, or anything. So it is really an awesome place. It is where the Stonewall riots happened in 1969, and in my opinion, it's just a really unique place to have a drink. It's where the history occurred. It's where the gay rights movement began. But not only that, they have 2 levels. So you walk into Stonewall Inn, the first level is more of a bar scene. The music isn't too loud. You have a place to grab a drink, talk to the girl that you just met. There's also a pool table in the back. And then on the second level, that's where the DJs are typically live performances, a dance floor. It's more of a clubby kind of scene. So the Stonewall Inn isn't just a lesbian bar, it's also a gay male spot as well. So when you do go, you will see some gay men there as well. But nonetheless, it's a really cool vibe. It's a lot more spacious than Cubbyhole for sure, and I definitely recommend you go check out that spot after you hit Cubbyhole. Now, another lesbian bar within the vicinity in the West Village is known as Henrietta Hudson. Now, Henrietta Hudson is typically called Cubbyhole's sister because it is also a lesbian bar and it is much larger than Cubbyhole. Henrietta Hudson is really unique because they have open mic nights, they have stages for people to go out and dance, and they also have a billiard room where you can play pool in the back room. And as I mentioned, it's a lot more spacious than Cubbyhole, so that's also another great place to go check out. The vibe also varies. I will never forget the time during Gay Pride. I went there with a friend and they were having a contest. And they were like, we need 2 people, we need 2 volunteers to get on here and have a lip sync battle. Sure, I'll have a lip sync battle. So I was like, me. And evidently they chose me. And they chose another lesbian. And they just start, playing the music. And I have absolutely no idea what song this is. So the other girl apparently knows it. She's singing, lip singing, she's going hard. And the host of the event literally called me out. They not only called me out, they stopped the entire performance and they kicked me off the stage in front of everybody, and I was literally booed off. And I don't know about you, but that did not feel very inclusive to me. And I was not only horribly embarrassed, but come on, it's Gay Pride. I look like I'm 18. Why would I know something from 1969? Can we be a little more? Anyways, it was so bad that even the bartender was like, you need a drink. You really need a drink. It was just really uncomfortable. So if there's ever a contest, be wary because they will not hold back. They will call you out and they will kick you off stage despite you being excited. But it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. I don't hate. I just have never been back since. Never been back since. So yeah. So there you have it. You're a chick and you want to pick up other chicks. Those are the places you need to go if you are in the city. Now, in the next episode, we are going to be exploring the Brooklyn gay scene. In my opinion, I think it's a lot more open, a lot more eclectic, and a few more options, but it really all depends on your style of going out. There are also a lot of pop-up events that I will go into in the next episode as well, so stick around. If you guys want to follow me on Instagram, my IG handle is @CastMeOutsideNewYork.City. But until next episode, stay strong, stay true, stay beautiful, and stay you.